After watching this video, you gonna rethink about getting angry. Hey y'all, it's your girl Miss Rice. So today I want to come to you and talk to you about getting angry with people. It can really cost you your soul. Many times people try to get you upset on purpose and you be caught off guard. If you're not paying attention to what's really going on behind the scenes on a spiritual level, you'll be taken aback. And the very thing that is about to be explained in this video can happen to you if you fall victim to letting your anger turn to sin. It is so important to walk in the spirit versus trying to walk in the flesh, because you have to know what's going on behind the scenes. Just as I always tell you, when someone is acting out of character or doing something that you would deem why they're doing this to you, look at the underlying condition that you do not see on the surface. There's a root issue. There is something going on. And now you understand these are children of disobedience. They are masking the root issues of their traumas, and they don't want to be healed. They don't want to walk upright in God. They want to work for the enemy. So you have to be very cautious about letting people get you upset. What the Bible say? Turn the other cheek. Now I'm be which cheek you want? But this is not a joking matter, so don't be easily offended, because it can literally cost you your soul. And these people who do this to you have literally already sold their soul over, and demons are operating in their vessels. So you can see a person, but that's not who is within them. I am going to be presenting you today an ex-witch, Erica Mukisa. And I know I've talked about her in a previous video, but I really want you to hear her story on how she started quarrels and arguments with people to get them to become angry and what the purpose of that exactly was. But first, I want to read to you the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 2 and 3. In which you used to live when you followed the ways of the world and the ruler of the kingdom of air, which is Satan, the spirit who is now at work in those who are disobedient. So anybody that's not walking upright in God carries this spirit of disobedience, and it's no telling what they will do. All of us also lived among them at one time, gratifying the cravings of our flesh and following its desires and thoughts. Like the rest, we were by nature deserving of wrath. So when we were disobedient just as well, we were deserving of the wrath. But now that we are children of God, we're not deserving of it. But you don't want to become oppressed because you are allowing anger to take over your mind, take over your body, your heart, your life, okay? It's okay to be angry, but sin not. It's not so much the anger that causes things to happen to us, but it's the sin behind the anger. The sin is the problem, such as harboring hate, unforgiveness, bitterness, jealous, envy, rage. Those are the sins that are caused by anger. Let's take a look at this first clip.
They taught me how to trap souls. That lady, now that is it, the following day, she said, you have to learn how to create a web. I don't know how to explain it, but a web, something like, you can see it like the way you see the spider web. Yeah. You can trap a soul of somebody in that web, and the person dreams when they are moving, but they are not getting to their destination. They are doing things, but they are not full, like accomplishing. Like, you keep them stagnant, doing the same thing, but no progress. But they are working so hard. But the more they work hard, the more they go back to square one.
All right, let's take a quick pause right here. I want to read to you James chapter 1, verse 19. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. All right, let's continue.
And how to do that is by capturing a person's spirit. And how do I capture a person's spirit is by involving in a quarrel or a fight with that person. And when I would involve myself in a fight or quarrel with that person, I tell that person, you will see. And when that person, when I tell them you will see, they say, see what? Who do you think you are? And me, the only response is, you will see.
Okay, let's take a quick pause again so I can read to you Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. That is very important of why we should not let the sun go down while we're upset. Let's continue.
So that night, because they have opened their lives to that attack by quarreling, when a person is at that point of life, they are at zero level. They are vulnerable in the spiritual realm. So I would target at night. They are just thinking about me, meditating about the bad things I have done, the bad words I have spoken, how I am the one who invoked the fight, you know.
Okay, real quick. So 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5 reads as follows. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. It is important to cast down your thoughts before they manifest and turn into sin. Let's continue.
So that night they have a bad dream. In that dream, if they don't wake up to pray and cancel it, that is the end of them. Because whatever they are going to do, they are going to be struggling. Because me, I would go to that shrine, I call their spirit, and I cage it in that web. So that is an evil forest, a forest of herbs.
Yeah.
So Matthew chapter 13, verse 25, it reads as follows, and this is very important. Listen to this. But while everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds amongst the wheat and went away. That means that prince of air that we discussed in the beginning has foothold and reign over you while you are sleeping, just as she said, when you are at zero. They have access into your realm to steal your soul. Be careful who you let get you angry and upset. Is it really worth it? Is it worth your soul in hell for eternity? They cage your soul, and then they use your vessel, which is your body, to operate through you. If you've allowed people to anger you, which we all have, now is the time to quickly repent and confess and ask God to forgive you. And also ask God to give you a forgiving heart so that you can be more compassionate when people are displaying signs that are out of the norm to you, okay? Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And it's like my great grandma used to always say, be careful, watchful, and prayerful. Until next time, I hope this video helped. Let's grow.